Hello, my most amazing artists. Are you ready to create today? Good! I am teacher Lenny from Art and English, and in today's class, I'm going to show you how to turn this, your old pastels, into a beautiful painting like this one without using any paint. That's right. I'm going to show you how this becomes paint. So, find a place to sit quietly, get ready, and let's create. Let's get started. For today's lesson, you're going to be needing the following. A small, tiny little canvas like this. Now I picked up one at a very small craft store, and this is about, I'd say 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters. But of course you can go for a much bigger size. I'm just going to use a smaller size because the time is going to be much faster. The second thing that you need is a glue gun. Okay, now boys and girls, a hot glue gun, you have to be very careful. If you are not over 9 years old, you need to ask mommy or daddy to help you. And by that I mean a bigger, taller person, much taller than you are. This can get very, very hot and it's very, very dangerous. Otherwise you can just stick to using white glue. Now the other thing I like to do, because I'm using a hot glue gun, I often like to take a small old tin container for that. Now I've been doing this for years. In one particular studio that I worked at, they taught me how to do this. What it does is it actually collects all the hot glue here, and of course when you remelt it you can reuse it. Also it prevents any hot glue from dripping onto another table surface. So it functions for two reasons. One, for safety, the other so that I can reuse bits here. So what I will do is, after when I plug it in, I will leave it like that and then reuse it. So first, canvas. Second, you need a hot glue gun. Third, you would need some oil pastels. Now I say oil pastels this time because it might not work so well with wax crayon or soft chalk pastels. So you're going to need some oil pastels. So, canvas, glue gun, oil pastels, oh and last, a hairdryer. Okay, so this is different to a glue gun. You're going to need a hairdryer, glue gun, pastels, and a canvas. Are you ready to create? Good! Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you. Now, if you want to remove the pieces of paper from your pastel, there's one very easy way to do it. Now, of course, you can peel it like a banana peel, but I'm going to show you one way to do it. Very easy. You just take a container and you're going to fill it up with water. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pour it in first. Pour some water in first. Okay. So don't waste too much. You just want to make sure that it's about halfway. Okay. Now, the interesting thing is, so because this is oil pastel, it won't break up very easily. So what you can do is, if you want to remove the paper without any hassle or any fuss, just pop in the pastels into the water like that. In fact, I'm going to do all of them. Okay, so now that's all of them, and as you can see, it's in the water, and I'm going to soak it for about 15 minutes, and then I will show you what happens and how fast the paper can be removed. Okay, so I let these soak for about 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Now, of course, you can peel it off with your fingers, but I mean, this is like way easier. As you can see, if I'm using my hand here, the paper comes off easy. Now, what I normally do in the past, okay, this crown broke, I would sometimes soak them overnight, and the next morning the paper would be completely off. So the longer you actually kind of soak them in the water, if you don't want to have time to peel it off like this, then of course it works actually much better. So as you can see, there it goes, it peels off. Okay, so, and of course you can remove the paper like that. Okay, you can of course remove it with your hand, but you know, this just rolls off quite nicely. I'll do one more. Okay, all I do is just kind of rub my finger here, and oh, look at that, this one is kind of coming off much easier, just kind of slipping off. There you go, much easier. So always when you buy like a new set of pastels, you can remove the paper like this. I do that for my much bigger classes. Much easier, less hassle. Okay, so I'll be doing the rest of these and we're going to get ready for our pastel class. So now let's start off with your table surface. The first thing that I actually did right now is to actually turn on my glue gun. You cannot see it in the frame. So the first thing you want to do is turn on your glue gun and get that ready. Get it warmed up. Now, we're going to put our small canvas here. Now, I prefer to use a canvas. Don't use a paper because this is going to melt. The paper is just here to prevent any surfaces from messing up. So, while we wait for the glue gun to heat up, let's go through our colors. So, I'm going to have this color we have is red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, light brown, gray, beige or skin color, and this is the kind of yellow called an ochre yellow. Okay, black and dark blue. Okay, so now that you have these colors, so we're going to sort them into rainbow colors. So we have red, orange, yellow, then green, light blue, and dark blue. Now I'm missing another color here which is called indigo, and it's a kind of like a purple color, and it did not come with this box. So what I do want to teach you in the meantime is about warm colors that make you feel very hot, and then of course cool colors that make you feel very cold. So the warm colors are red, yellow, orange, red, yellow, orange, red, yellow, orange. The cool colors are, and there's no purple here, sorry, green, purple, blue, green, purple, blue, green, purple, blue. So these are warm colors and these are cool colors. So to get started, you're going to arrange these on your canvas like this. You can try to think about where you want to put it. Okay, you want to put it on the edge like that first before you glue it, because once you glue it, it is not going to be able to move. Okay, now let's move that to here. Okay, and I'm going to do different colors. Of course, you can also use old pastels or crayons. It'll do the same thing. Okay, so now I'm going to put these colors here. So once I'm happy with that, I will check to see if my glue gun is in fact hot. Okay, and indeed it is. Okay, so I'm going to move these colors again to here. So just a safety tip, just to show you, I'm going to move it into the screen here. Okay, so now have a look. Okay, as you can see, my glue gun here is in the silver tray, and yes, it's ready, it's hot. Boys and girls, very important, do not touch the orange bit or the red bit. That is very hot, like fire. It can burn your finger. If you do burn your finger, please run your hand under a tap of cold water. Okay, now going to put this aside. So I'm going to start off with my red. Now the reason why I choose a long piece, there we go, and you're going to glue it like that, okay? I'm going to choose orange, just a dot, okay? You might want to do this in the tray. Just realize that's going to be a sticky mess, like a spider web. Okay. So when you glue it, let me move this here. Okay. Make sure that you glue on one side. So I'm going to show you again. You want to glue it on like this tip here and hold it here so that you don't touch. And put your crayon in a tray like this, preferably a tin tray. Okay. Just do a dot like that. See, this is a great way so you don't mess any glue. Put that on. Okay. Now we're going to go with green. Just a tiny dot, okay? You're going to press it. Then I'm going to use like light blue. Okay. Then I'm going to use dark blue. And I'm going to go with what colors I have. Okay, so I'm going to pull it down to show you what it looks like. It looks kind of like that. Okay, so now I'm not sure if I want to use the other colors. So I'm going to put my glue gun in my tin. Now, haha, nice spider web. Okay, it creates a spider web like that. So you can touch the top, press it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press it down. It's still very hot. So I'm going to continue with more colors. So I'm going to take this light brown and kind of do that. Okay, there we go. And then I want to take gray. Okay. Okay, there we go. Then I want to take this color here. Okay. Okay, you will see it melts a little bit. That's okay if it's kind of melting already, that's fine. Okay. And then I'm going to take this beige color. Oh, I don't. Okay, so the beige color I'm going to move to maybe here. So it's not going to look like a rainbow, exactly. And the last color, black. Okay. Now, so, and that's it. So you're going to press these and count like dun 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 dun. Okay, so it's still not dry yet, so you want to push it down. Okay, this one is coming loose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more hot glue there. Press it down. So if you find some of the pieces are coming off, just put more hot glue in there. Okay, so, and that's it. Okay, so for the next part, what I'm going to show you is you're going to get a small tray like this, preferably a plastic one, okay, or you can get any size. I'm using a very small one, and why you want to do that, you want to put your canvas piece in here. So if you have a very big canvas, you get a bigger container. I'm using a small one, so I don't need a very big one. And you want to place it like this. Now the second thing is you want to get your hairdryer ready. This is your hairdryer. This is a very old one. It's one from my studio. That's why it looks the way it looks. And you want to turn on your hairdryer first, okay? So make sure that it's warmed up first. I'm going to wait for this piece to dry. Again, boys and girls, please remember that wax is very, very, very hot. Don't touch it. Wait for it to cool off. You will see it'll create a crack or like this. Now, it's not exactly perfect. This is the first time I've actually done it, to be honest, but it's still kind of like a happy accident. So wait for it to cool off first. One very important thing that you want to do is make sure after you use the glue gun, please unplug it. That's right. If you leave it plugged in, it can get very, 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 very hot, and I don't even want to imagine what can happen. So what I always do is I make sure that I unplug it, and it looks like this, okay? This bit might still be very, very hot, so don't touch it. Make sure that you put it in your tray like this. Make sure that the wire is hanging out. Okay, nice metal or tin tray, preferably an old cookie tin tray. Put it in there and wait for it to cool down first. Time's up, boys and girls. I hope you had fun today watching today's video. Please, I want to mention a few things first. Safety first. Don't forget to always ask a grown-up to help you, okay? Especially for something that is very, very hot. You always need to ask someone that is a grown-up, a bigger person than you. So I hope that you enjoyed today's lesson, and I will see you next time. Bye!